The lights of the global financial system never truly turn off. While cities sleep, trillions of dollars move silently through servers, algorithms, and decisions made by a handful of people. And tonight, there is a question echoing through boardrooms, trading floors, and ordinary homes alike. What if the dollar, the world's most powerful currency, is quietly losing its grip? For decades, the US dollar has been more than just money. It has been trust, stability, and power all wrapped into paper and numbers on a screen. Nations trade oil in dollars. Governments hold dollars as reserves. Investors run toward the dollar in times of fear. But history warns us of one uncomfortable truth. No financial system is permanent. To understand the fears surrounding a potential dollar crisis in 2025, we must go back long before modern stock markets. Before Wall Street screens flashed red and green to the moment humanity learned how dangerous and powerful money could be. The first banks didn't begin as skyscrapers or trading platforms. They were simple vaults, temples, and merchants who held gold and issued promises. Over time, these promises became money itself. Trust replaced metal, and whoever controlled trusts controlled economies. Fast forward to the 20th century, after global wars shattered old empires, a new financial order emerged. The US dollar rose as the backbone of the global system. It wasn't just backed by gold, it was backed by military strength, industrial dominance, and political influence. When the world needed safety, it turned to the dollar. But power comes with temptation. Governments discovered they could spend more than they earned. Debt expanded quietly year after year. Central banks learned to print money not as a last resort, but as a primary tool. Each crisis, from recessions to pandemics, was met with the same solution: inject more dollars into the system. At first, it worked. Markets recovered, stocks soared. Wealth appeared to grow. But beneath the surface, cracks began to form. As more dollars entered circulation, the value of each individual dollar weakened. Inflation crept in, not as a sudden explosion, but as a slow erosion. Prices rose. Savings lost power, and investors began to ask an unsettling question: what happens when confidence disappears? History offers clues. Every major financial collapse begins the same way, not with panic, but with comfort. Markets rise, risk is ignored. People believe this time is different. In the late 1920s, stocks climbed endlessly until they didn't. In 2008, complex financial products promised safety until the system froze. The fear surrounding 2025 is not tied to a single event, but to a chain reaction. High government that limits flexibility, rising interest rates strain borrowing. Global tensions push nations to seek alternatives to the dollar. Technology creates faster, more emotional markets where fear spreads in seconds. And human psychology, greed followed by panic, remains unchanged. If the dollar weakens sharply, stock prices may not fall immediately. In fact, they could rise at first, inflated by cheap money. But that rise would be fragile, artificial, built on borrowed confidence. Then comes the tipping point. Investors rush for the exits. Liquidity dries up. What once felt like wealth turns into paper losses overnight. Pensions suffer, retirement dreams shrink, and ordinary people who've never traded a single stock pay the price through jobs, prices, and uncertainty. The most dangerous part of a financial crisis is not the crash itself. It is the moment just before it, when warning signs are dismissed as noise. Yet crises are not just about numbers, they are about people. Fear spreads faster than facts. When trust in money fades, societies change. Priorities shift. Systems are questioned. And here lies the twist. Every collapse also plants the seeds of transformation. After each financial disaster, new rules emerge. New technologies rise. New forms of value are explored. The fall of one system gives birth to another. The question is not whether markets will face turbulence. History guarantees that they will. The real question is whether we understand the forces at work or whether we will once again be surprised by something that was quietly building all along. The dollar crisis of 2025 may not arrive with a single headline or a dramatic countdown. It may unfold slowly, disguised as policy decisions, market volatility, and shifting global alliances. Or it may arrive suddenly, when confidence snaps and prices react before words can catch up. One thing is certain: money is a story we all agree to believe. And when that story changes, the world changes with it. As the future approaches, investors, governments, and everyday people stand at a familiar crossroads between caution and complacency, between learning from history and repeating it. Because the most powerful force in finance is not money itself, it is belief. Thanks for watching. If you found this perspective valuable, be sure to subscribe for more insights into the forces shaping our world. See you next time.